Hello, everyone. This is Rocket Man here, giving an update to my investing account and investing trades I've been making, as I've always been doing for quite some time, all these years. And I have, let's see, a few stocks that I'm going to look at today. One is Disney. And what's interesting about Disney is that I um, we have an insider called James Gorman. He bought about 20,000 shares of Disney. He's the own part of the CEO and management of the company. And if we look at the chart of the stock, we see let me mark it here. We'll look at the chart of the stock. What we see here is a crown pattern. It's interesting how these patterns form exactly at times when these events are occurring. So the price pulled back to a 38% Fibonacci level. We have a Kijun trend, potential Kijun trend bounce as well at that level. Earnings doesn't come out until 85 days, but you can see that the stock pulled back to these buy zone exactly when these big people are buying. You can see it right on the chart. You can see the transactions. Nothing's hidden from us if you look at because we're looking at things. We also see that we are now in a stage 3 Ichimoku trend cycle in Disney, and it's prime time to buy it at $100 per share. We see we have up regular divergence extending back from August 2022. And all we got to do is wait for the candlestick signal to tell us, hey, it's time to enter into. Sometimes insiders, we can't. It's illegal to use insider trading, but we have insider information. So what we got to do is wait for insiders are quite early, so we have to wait for a signal from the chart so we can validate, have an excuse to actually buy without saying, relying on insider trading. So we just wait for a signal from the chart to tell us when to buy. And that will give us a valid reason to legally buy the stock. So that's Disney there. Um, Also, an update on Celsius, a drink that I found myself drinking over a couple of months. Is doing very well. We are already up about 1% from our entry, and our target is double the price, of course. Seems like it's almost there. Um, and another stock that I've been looking at is called Natera. Now, the great thing about this is that Natera, everyone today is cheating, right? Everyone's cheating on their partner, boyfriend. Why not just exploit everybody and make money off of them? They're using all this stuff in perfect stock, Natera. It's made to exploit that market. Basically, it gives you like a pregnancy test before, as you call it, a prenatal pregnancy test. And so you know who's the father or who's the mother. If you know what prenatal pregnancy, there's other things too. I'm not going to go into detail and stop the video, but there's a whole bunch of reasons why I said that. Yeah, but basically, this is a cheat stock. The more people cheat, the more money you can buy and make with the stock. There we go. So I bought this stock recently. NU, right? NU Holdings. We have a shallow pullback buy signal for NU Holdings, and earnings are actually tomorrow. And what it's forming here is a pattern called a cutlet handle pattern. And it's amazing how this always happens every single time. Right when before announcement occurs, these patterns just appear. So it's going to be very volatile tomorrow, very crazy. But I already know what's going to happen. I kind of can see the future. The buy zone is at 1246, but I already went in early because I just know what's going to happen. So cup handle pattern, and we can see here when the price fell down, the volume, the transactions died off, so nobody wants to sell it. And we pulled back to a Fibonacci level, 38% Fibonacci level. And we had a buy signal from a TK, Tenkan Kijun buy signal here. Price fell back into support into the cloud. And we also have the 5 EMA MACD bicycles. All these things are telling us to buy now, and other reasons I'm not going to mention in the video. So buy before the um, the announcement comes out tomorrow. Um, let's see what else. Netflix is not really a super stock, but I went ahead and buy it because there's a fight going on with what's his name, Mike Tyson and that other guy. This white guy called I forgot his name already, but yeah, Mike Tyson who's fighting, and it's going to be all over Netflix in the summer, so it's a good time to buy Netflix. You use it, so why not buy it? McDonald's, everyone eats McDonald's, so why not own the stock? You know, you let the company pay you for eating their food. So McDonald's, let's check out McDonald's. And perfect. McDonald's, if you look at a weekly chart of McDonald's, it's in the buy zone, and it went to the buy zone, and it's making another cup with handle pattern, right? We also can see within that cup with handle pattern an ABC completion, and it stopped at this buy zone where a lot of huge hedge funds are buying it. Nvidia, everyone's talking about Nvidia, and last year, Nancy Pelosi, a politician, bought it, and she made what I think it was $8 million from the stock. Just I also bought it last year after her she bought it. She sold, and everyone's crying about how politician, whatever, doesn't matter. That's just news. Now it's making another Darvas box, and it's time to rebuy Nvidia once again. I don't know if there's other. I didn't hear any news about politicians buying it, but it's time to buy Nvidia again. Looking at the fundamentals of the stock, the earnings and the sales, and the forward guidance from the CEO that I've been monitoring for quite some time, and it looks bright for Nvidia. I'm not going to go into too much details again. The video, I'm trying to make it short as possible without going into all the balance sheet analysis and all the things I use to buy stocks. Right? So I'm buying at 9,000. My target is 2,000, and the stock will double within 8 months from now. It's either right before elections or it's going to be in December. We're going to have a Christmas rally. One of those two things is hard to going far out is hard to predict exactly before or after elections. Every time we have an election, the same thing happens over and over again, going back for 100 years now. It happens every single time, right before elections. We have a Christmas rally, either before or after elections. Going back to, it doesn't matter who becomes president. They're all puppets. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, it doesn't matter who's the president. All that matters is the central bank and the people who really run the country, which is money. Vote for whoever you want, doesn't matter. Also NVO. NVO is a stock. I mentioned it about a month in April. It's what? April. It's now May, right? Yeah. I mentioned April. We went to our buy zone, and I bought it before earnings, and it jumped up. It's doing really well now. Following the channel. Let's go to a daily chart. Yeah, it broke out of this triangular pattern. So it's not any other pattern that I usually mention. It's a triangle pattern this time. It pulled back. After it broke out the pattern, it pulled back and hit the north side of the triangle pattern and then hit the buy zone. And it now jumped up about, let's see, let's measure this so far. It jumped up about 10%, but we have a long way to go. Again, with this stock, I predict that it will double before the elections, double in price before the elections, or during December. So whatever money you put in the stock, in any of the stock I say today, will double this year. You basically will double your money. So if you put in like $10,000, you're going to have $20,000. You put in $100,000, you're going to have $200,000. Doesn't matter. So that's working. All of these things are working out. NVIDIA, like I said, I went into that earlier. Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin. I hate Bitcoin. But it's you guys heard the news, a lot of JP Morgan just threw in about $1 billion into Bitcoins ETF. So, just go ahead with them. Uh, I can't really measure, I can't really predict Bitcoin. It's the hardest thing I can ever predict. It's just something that you should just buy and forget about. So with Bitcoin, I bought the ETF, Maxi, because I can't predict Bitcoin. I bought this ETF called Maxi. And what is Maxi? Well, what Maxi tries to do, if let's say you put in $100,000 into Maxi, what they do is give you a monthly dividend. So you can see here on this chart, they pay a 20% dividend. So I have about 700 shares in Maxi, maybe 1,000. I didn't really count. Let's say I have $100,000. That's how much I have in it. And they pay me about 20% from that, uh, from the whatever I put into their stock. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes up or down, right? That's why I'm not predicting the stock. So by the end of the year, uh, generally a dividend, because it's a 20% dividend, they're going to pay me, if I put in 100,000, they're going to give me $20,000. But because it's a monthly dividend, I'm reinvesting the dividends every month, not taking the profit, just reinvesting it back into the stock. And I just, whatever I get paid for it. So that's, would I take a loan to do this again? Yes, I would just take a loan, and but the interest rates are not as high as 20%. So why not? You can just subtract at the end of the year, still make a profit. Here's another, speaking of dividends, here's another stock I bought that doesn't really rely on prices going up or down. It's called Coney. Let's check out Coney. Coney. And check out this dividend. What does Coney do? Coney follows Coinbase. Everyone knows what Coinbase is. Coinbase, only American. Great thing about Coinbase is that the American government forces all Americans to use Coinbase to buy Bitcoin, right? So it's a great. You can't fight them, exploit them. So use it. And earnings and sales of Coinbase are going up. It's at the north side of the trend line. It's in the buy zone. I bought Coinbase, and I bought this thing called Coney that's based off of Coinbase. Now check out the dividend. Going back to dividend, it gives you a 110% dividend per year, right? So I have 15. I think I put $15,000 or something into the stock, right? $15,000. Um, let's go to, what am I doing here? I'm looking for, here we go. So I have about 468 shares, which is synonymous to about 15 or $20,000. So for that, since they're paying me 100% per year, that means I double my money every year, whether the price goes up or down. So I have $15,000 in stock. Let's do this dividend calculator. At the end of the year, just from that alone, excluding all the investments I have, my ending balance will be 26 or $30,000, right? And then I'm not taking the money for the whole year because I don't care. I get money paid another way. Um, I just reinvest the money back into the stock, and they keep paying me 100%, 100%. Oh, and this is not a quarterly dividend. It's a monthly dividend. So they're paying me every month for just holding the stock, right? So I'm reinvesting the money. So after 1 year, I have about 26 or $30,000, right? I'll double the money I put in. And then after 2 years of holding the stock, it's going to be $62,000 income just for holding the stock. So you can divide $62,000 up into a monthly income, which I'm not going to take. I don't really care about the income. That's $5,000 per month just holding the company. And yeah, I also took stock, and I think I'll hold it for 3 years. After 3 years, I'll just be making $150,000 just from this tiny portion of my portfolio. It's just holding the stock, and I think I'll be satisfied with that. And after that, just stop and reinvesting your dividends. $150,000 is okay for this part. It's not a major part of my portfolio, just a tiny part of it. It's starting with $15,000, but yes, a big. Like I said, it doesn't matter what the price does. It just If it goes up or down, we're just focusing on dividend income with this company. And when it gets to that level, just stop reinvesting the dividends and just live off that dividend for that particular stock. And keep growing the other 80% of my investment portfolio with these other stocks like that cheating company, Terra, New, Nvidia, um, just things that you use every day. Um, Everyone uses Google. I bought that too. When did I buy Google? I've been checking out Google for a while. Everyone uses Microsoft too. Let's check out Microsoft first because I can't find Google. Yeah, I bought Microsoft down here and it's doing well. Um, Duolingo, people love language learning, so why not buy that too? Google, yeah, I bought it at 130. Now it's 170. We wanted to double in price. I didn't think it would almost go up that fast. Jeez. So double in price will be at 260. Um, yeah, within 8 months, everything I buy will double in price within 8 months, 12 months. So um, that's the strategy I back tested over for over 70 years. So um, a firm, a firm is creating a big head and shoulders pattern as well. It's now $32 per share. It's in the buy zone, and we just have to wait. BMI. I bought it, and I didn't mention it because I bought it early, and after I bought it, when the earnings came out, it gapped up. It gapped up too high for me to talk about it. You know, it gapped up over like 20%. So there's no point of buying it or telling anyone else about it. But as you can see on this chart, beforehand I marked it. You know, I bought it, and it's doing well. Maybe in a couple of weeks, wait for another pattern to form to see if we can buy it again, or I could talk about it beforehand that time. What else? Gilead, I'm not looking at that. I mentioned McDonald's already. Facebook, everyone uses Facebook, everyone uses Instagram. Why not just exploit everybody and just buy Instagram stock? So we bought it at 400 and it's going to double in price by the end of the year. You know, let them pay you. Don't, waste your time on Instagram. Um, let's see. Uh, Quick, Quick came out with, they come out with earnings tomorrow. I think earnings tomorrow. And you were just waiting for the reaction for Quick. NU, I mentioned NU before. Earnings are out tomorrow as well. And how long has this video been? It's about 18 minutes. Jeez. I'm gonna end the video, but that was the update. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. One more one. I mentioned last month about 3M. This is the stock that was selling a lot of face masks when COVID happened. You can see that from October 2021, the stock fell down 50% right to the demand level where everyone buys, all the institutions, all the banks, all the hedge funds, all the governments buy. Well, we bought there, and they also pay you a dividend. Yay! Just for holding the stock. So why not? So that's good too. Um, Another thing, everyone's taking out credit cards. Just exploit them too. Buy them and let them pay you. Here we go. They just for buying a stock, they pay you a 15% monthly dividend. I bought this, and same thing. I'm reinvesting the dividends, and don't care about the price. But this one, the nature of the way it works, it exploits both the dividend and the price appreciation. So you're getting the best of both worlds. So I bought it at $15. It's now $16.20. My target is about $20 by the end of the year, but still I'm going to be investing dividends even if it goes up there because that's the strategy. A Chinese stock, everyone's talking bad about China. Well, talking bad about China, and this is the time to buy China. There's a company called Tencent. When I had my restaurant in China, and before I came back to America, uh, I was using this company. Everyone's using this thing called QQ, and I knew that from that time that this is a good company, and now they're on the U.S. stock market. Perfect. So I bought it, and $9. It's now 14.80, and my target is about $40. It's probably going to go beyond that. The reason why is because Chinese stocks tanked in 2021 when COVID happened, and they're super undervalued. And uh, uh, Tencent is worth like $200 a share. It's only like $14 now. I bought it at 9. So when is it going to get there? When it comes to Chinese stocks, I don't know. I can't predict Chinese stocks, but it's a good buy and hold. So just working out, doing well. And I'm supposed to end this video. It's too long. Take care. Rocket Man over and out. Bye bye.